in.
What's going on, everybody? It is me again. It is time to lean in, bitch. Welcome to another Monday for Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm here with Jasmine and Antonio. And like I said, we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. What's going on, Jazz? You giving us a new background every Monday, child. What's going on?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Antonio, what's going on, Antonio?
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
We can't hear you. Oh, we can hear you. Well, it's a little laggy, but it'll probably come in. So bear with us, child. What's going on to everybody in the chat? I see Kevin, Chantel, Jamie, Cassie. If you're in the chat right now, you're watching live, let us know. If you're watching a live replay or part of the replay crew, or as Chase likes to call it, the group chat. Go ahead and give us a mention to where you're watching from right now. And go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as I always say, to keep us in the algorithm, keep us going, keep us growing. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. Fairly decent episode. The finale's next week, which I am excited for, not because it's the end, but because I may be in it. I'm just saying. That's why I'm just talking. I'm actually excited for the season to end, just because it's been a good season, but I think they're ending it right at the right mark. I mean, any longer, it would just kind of get drawn out. So,
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Danny and Asia could not be here today. They were not they were busy today, so they'll be back next week. Actually, no, next week. Yeah, next week is the finale, and then week after that is a break, and then the reunion. I'm sure it's going to be a 3-part reunion. Child, I feel like they may make it a 4-part reunion just because they like to drag shit out. I
Don't
hope
say
not.
that.
I really hope not.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it.
So you look different today. I don't know what's good. Did you cut your beard?
He shaved it down a little bit.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Lisa, oh my god.
Because I kept looking like, what is going on? Like something's different, but you trimmed it. You trying to be like me?
Well, no, I just wanted to start over. So yeah.
And I got right too.
I was actually about to get up out of the chair, and I told the barber, I was like, just cut it off.
Oh man.
You know what? I like it. It looks good.
He's giving corporate day.
You need to get some head inside on this plan. Now that's nasty. Okay, anyway. All right, y'all. Like I said, but we got a lot to talk about. But before we do, let's get into some things that's been going on around the episode. Of course, the reunion was shot a week and a half ago. They did go ahead and release the reunion looks. We're gonna go over those and look at those. The lean, actually, we came together and we did a quick review of the looks. Everybody was randomly assigned a person. And it was actually hilarious. Nobody hasn't seen it because I'm supposed to post it to the store. I'm supposed to post it to the YouTube shorts, but child, I didn't know how to work it. So listen, I am an IT person. I work in tech, but I do not know how to work TikTok. And I felt like I was trying to use TikTok, trying to upload that shit. So, but I did put it together. So we'll look at that too. When did y'all do it? We did it last week. It's just not posted, y'all. So bear with me. But if y'all didn't see, did y'all just see that it came out that apparently Robyn and Gizelle did know about the blonde haired woman in Georgetown.
Yeah.
But they act like they didn't.
Yeah.
I literally just saw it as I was coming online. What y'all think about that? Like hearing that they did know and played face, sad to say face, in terms of a filming.
I was like, what else they lying about? Because they literally had us second guessing that lady about the information that she had provided. And then, there's receipts and, and everything. And the girl said, Robyn told her, ask her not to go public with it, which personally, I felt like maybe that could have for sure secured Robyn another season had that come out, maybe. But she done tried to hide too much shit. So they probably like, yeah, girl, you ain't showing your reality. So nah. And I hope they do. Fuck
Yeah, I'm over that shit because at the end of the day, it goes back to Robyn calling Karen fake and making these grandstands about people and shit. So I'm glad that this is coming out. And to me, I think maybe it got brought up at the reunion, and she just said it now to save face before it got shown. So that was my first thought about it. So I'm ready.
But I'm like, they running around. They worried about Chris Bassett if he doing something. They worried about Monique. They worried about Eddie. They worried about everybody. And it was Juan the whole damn time. That's crazy.
But you know what? I don't blame Robyn for trying to protect that because she already been engaged for 3-4 years, possibly not getting married. And then the husband, first of all, they in the hot seat this year. The wedding, the allegations of the sexual assault with the guy, and then now this, baby. If anything, I pay somebody out too. So listen, but I do agree. Saying to Karen that she's fake and lying and phony, and Gizelle being everybody's business, ready to air stuff out. It's very hypocritical for them to just kind of be hiding and lying. But I don't put it past them at this point.
Yeah,
I'm just glad that all the Karen haters, she's vindicated, and what she said, she never backed down from it. She never did. Now Karen do be lying, but in this moment, it sounds like she was not.
That's true.
And even as crazy as it sounded, and the woman may look like Karen at this rate, I'm starting to believe it.
Right.
And I said last week, I said I believe Karen. I did say that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wanted to touch on that. Let's take a look as a collective at these looks. Let's kind of get through this and get to the actual episode. And I want to hear y'all thoughts in the chat too. All right, so we're going to start with the Grand Dom and Mia. Just both of you guys give me your thoughts on quick brief thoughts on each look, and we'll just go to the next. Jazz.
I really think that Karen looks good. I'm not a fan of the stark blonde or the bun, but I think altogether the look is good. I'm not like body shaming or anything like that, so I'm good. So.
Okay.
I don't think Mia looks. I think Mia looks very basic. I was walking through Macy's the other day, and I'm sure I've seen that dress. So I just think she looks really basic. She doesn't look bad, but she doesn't look good. It's just like, oh, okay, it's cute. Karen, to me, this could have 8, but she had too many ideas, too many with that dress. Either the corset got to go and it got to just be a one sleeve, or the one sleeve got to go and it got to be a corset up top. But I agree with Jazz. Her hair is too blonde. It's like Kim Zolciak blonde. I don't like that.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. As I looked at it more, I did like Karen's a lot more as time went on. It's different. It's edgy. Is she trying to do something? I'll take it because it's a reunion. I've never seen this style dress before. I'm curious where the inspiration came from. As far as Mia, it's just basic. It's kind of simple. Yeah. So I don't really have enough for it, to be honest. I mean,
too many ideas.
Right. All right. Let's move over to Robyn and Ashley. Antonio.
First of all, the first thing I look at on Robyn is probably those shoes. I don't know why she decided to put on those silver witch shoes with that dress. I really do like the color blue that she chose. I think it looks great against her skin tone. But then she looks like Mother of the Bride or something like that with the makeup and hair. I don't know. This could have been like a good kind of elevated basic look, but she couldn't even pull that off. So Ashley and this, she gets a C for effort. Like, she tried to push the envelope and get people something different. She even tried a different color hair and a different style. To me, it just wasn't. Something is off. A lot of stuff is off. Everything is off. Yeah.
Well, Robyn, I agree with that, Tanya, with like she couldn't even really pull off the basic look. It's given like, a dinner, with like a banquet, like a charity event or something. I don't know. It's just not giving. It's like a ball. I don't know. She needed a necklace. The hair is giving, like Olivia Pope. I'm not really sure, but it's okay, I guess. Ashley can never go anywhere without any clothes on. And it just bothers me because she just always has to have a cutout or something showing some skin. And I just feel like with her body type, she's not really picking the right dresses. She always looks cheap and a little dusty, even in satin. So yeah,
definitely cheap. I think it's a good. She does look very cheap a lot, and that's the crazy part. She's a pretty girl, but she don't have to look that cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know. She the style.
And I saw like a comment like under the picture on the lean, like she always looks like she's appropriating when she's like giving like.
I did. Somebody said she black.
Yeah.
And she needs to give that. Listen, that little bob, that is the Bravo bob. It started with Monique, and it went to Sonya, Ashley, and they said Cynthia had it on last weekend at the damn Real Housewives. That bob is getting tossed around. Give it to me. I would like to wear it too. All right, our next two is going to be Gizelle and Wendy.
Now she looks like that Sky vodka bottle. Who Gizelle does. Like she just looks like she looks a mess. But Wendy, I think that she looks bomb. She looks, moisturized. I love the color on her. I like the feather look of like, I guess a peacock or whatever, but I think that she pulled the look off. I see some people said that she might have killed it with more of an updo, but I actually like the long straight. So I think she killed it.
Okay.
Gizelle's, that is just a fucking mess. Cal definitely did her hair. Like the little jewels on the arms don't even match. One arm is different than the other. That's just ugly. Wendy was one of my top three. I feel like I really like the color and the shimmer against her Godiva skin. She looks amazing in that aspect. I just feel like, again, the same with Karen's. It's like it had so much potential, but it's like too many ideas or something like that. I like the bust down the middle, bone straight, but I would have been okay with a slick back, long pony as well. So Wendy could just serve them girls chocolate, ancestor, mermaid realness at the unit.
So I'm gonna say this, like Gizelle, I'm not even coming on that. The memes and stuff like that have said it for each other. They compared her to a napkin holder. They compared her to a blue Power Ranger. They
Christmas
even
ornament.
The fans took it upon themselves to restyle her. And I found these. And I was like, which one is y'all favorite? And I was like, you know what? I don't even take if she had a water damn church hat, I would say, you know what? I get it. But the way that she showed up, I don't get it. Let us know in the comments which one is your favorite. You said what?
Number 3.
3, I would think 3 or 4 for me. Yeah.
I say number 2 because they switched the hair up. And look at her. I don't know. That's just me. But as far as Wendy, the one I liked Wendy initially, but when somebody said she looked like Carisha in blackface, I could not unsee it. And so that's why I was like, okay. All right. So then we gonna have Jasmine say Charrise and Asia say Jacqueline. What y'all got for the friends of the show? Y'all ain't got nothing? Okay. That was wrong. We can move on.
Oh my God. No. Anything? Okay, so Charisse looks stuffed. I just the nails, the side out. She was like a pickle, like a blue pickle or something. I don't know. The shoes. All out. No, it's just a lot of blue, and I don't really like it. So I think that she could have done way better. Maybe like just less around the shoulders and wrists or whatever. Jacqueline looks, cheap. So, but I like her hair.
Tony, what you got? Anything nice?
No.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna move to the next one in that case. All right. Last but not least, I had to do this comparison just because of the nature of the show. Candace and Deborah. This is If Deborah was going to the reunion, I put them together because Chris, apparently is interested in both these women. He's married to one, and he is trying to talk to the one on the right. So I just thought I would put them together. But anyway, what do y'all think of Candace look?
She looks great. I love the feathers. I love the hair. I'm not really a big highlight girl, but I do like that on her. And I think that it's just giving evolve. She's more like on the housewife level now. So I really enjoy the look.
Okay. Antonio?
I agree with Jasmine. She's definitely evolving. I liked where the dress was going. Like, it would have definitely been a top pick for me, but it was, I don't know if the base is supposed to be showing, or if they ran out of time, or if they ran out of feathers. But I still like I like the style of the dress, the design. I like the way it's made. Like, she looks great, hair, makeup, but I just that dress needed more feathers.
Okay.
Yeah, I needed feathers flopping everywhere, all throughout the day.
What I will say, I don't. So collectively, they all look pretty good. Some look better. Like that group photo, I felt like it kind of did others justice because like I liked Wendy's initially her solo, but then in the group I was like, what the hell she got on? You know, it was kind of like it just kind of, you know, switched things up. The Grand Dame looked the best to me in the group photo, but
I agree.
also we'll see what it looks like on camera. And that'll be like, you know, when you see under the light and the actual camera and on the TV screen, we'll see more. So we'll talk about that then. Let's get into the actual episode. There's a lot to discuss, and I don't want to be here all night. I know y'all want to be here all night. And let's get into it. So this episode picks up after the Mexico trip.
Oh.
And I know, Sean, look at that. Problematic here. Ooh, don't cancel me. It picks up after the trip in Mexico, and they're getting ready for Robyn's Bachelorette party weekend, whatever they having. And it picks up with Robyn trying on dresses. And you got Ashley there. Ashley's there talking about everything that happened between Mia and Wendy. Allegedly, they was showing each other's cooch cat and touching and licking. We don't really know what happened, but it's another, like we said, rendition of women on women, which could be a great thing, right? I'm just tired of seeing it in the Bravo verse. It's kind of getting repetitive, in my opinion, but you guys may feel different. We can talk about that. But Ashley shares what she feels may have happened to Gizelle, and Gizelle is so damn focused on this tea that she's not even helping her best friend with these tacky ass dresses, because the dress that she really liked actually is not nobody's wedding dress. It should be for maybe I don't know what it should be for, but she needs to be putting that attention from this tea on these dresses and help because Robyn needs a lot of help. I don't know if Gizelle can provide the help because she be tacky too, but I just feel like she needs a lot of help. And so Ashley leaves. And you know, Gizelle says she's gonna get to the bottom of it. She's gonna find out what's going on. Robyn hasn't told her mom, and so you know, Robyn and Gizelle have a conversation and talk about the Bachelorette party, and basically that they're not going to invite Wendy because she felt like Wendy is not genuine in being a friend with her. I guess to the point to where she was laughing, which is what Antonio predicted weeks ago. So, Antonio, I'll start with you. What were your thoughts on this scene?
It was crazy, and I kind of figured that she was a little upset with Wendy because even when Karen said that about he pushed her breast to her back, I don't think Wendy was necessarily. I think she was laughing just at Karen telling the story, but not necessarily at Juan or whatever. And Robyn was like, "What's so funny?" So I figured then that she kind of got in her stupid ass feelings. The dresses were all. I thought she wasn't doing a traditional wedding, but she's getting traditional wedding gowns and a veil and all of that, except for that second dress, which she could have wore that to like a damn banquet or something. That was stupid. If you notice, Ashley didn't really say, Ashley was like, nobody touched anybody and all of that, but she was just like, oh, Mia was really just admiring Whitney's physique, and I don't blame her. You know, Wendy's a beautiful woman. And but Gizelle was like, oh, she's gonna take it and put some extra salt on it and all that. That just makes me think like, damn, well, however many other stories were y'all telling did y'all add or embellish things, you know, things to the story or whatever? That to me, like, y'all make up lies just because. So I can't really believe shit that come out of their mouth now. Because Ashley didn't give all of that when she was telling the story. She was just like, oh, she was admiring, and they walked off together. okay, they walked off together. They could have went to their room and went the fuck to sleep. Like, I don't get it, but yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, those dresses were so cheap. But no, for real. They are cheap, but it's like, like you said, it was supposed to be an untraditional wedding. I guess she could have probably just came with like a suit or something. And, it would have been just cheaper and easier for the whole situation. But Ashley is messy as fuck. She just came there. She didn't give a fuck about the dresses. She just came there to spread some gossip. And again, like Antonio says, goes to the question of everything that evidence ever said. And just like the comment just posted, what else? With all the shit they've been trying to get to the bottom of, and that they embellishing on, but they sitting on the fact that one's roaming around with a bitch with blonde hair, just goes to show like that shit that they do is intentional to me. Like they're like, meticulous and honestly it just made me feel like they were showing they slip. So, but again, the dresses were cheap. So yeah, that's
All right. Like I said, I just wish Gizelle would put all that attention on Robyn. Robyn needed help. Okay, she needs.
But I don't think Gizelle was the one to even help her, though, friend.
I don't think so. But Jesus, at that rate, I don't. If they, she needs. I know it's an untraditional wedding, but baby, she needs some tradition.
Gizelle should have brought Frankie and Alice and Grace or whatever them girls' name is. She should have brought them.
And he wear the ponytails too. I think that she should have just had a stylist, and if she wanted to get the suits made for the guys, she could have got somebody to come in and get her together on some shit, But that's Robyn. Robyn's, a slacker,
Robyn has proven that she don't have no damn sense. The man stopped cheating on her in January. They started filming a couple of months later. She still married the man. Like she just proven it. That's the why y'all first marriage didn't work, is because he was cheating on your crazy ass, and then he gonna sit up here do it again, and you still gonna marry.
And that makes me go back and think that's why she was so motherfucking quick to get in that phone and call Juan. Yeah. Just that I was just saying, bitch.
And then Juan said, "I ain't been doing."
Okay, the motherfucking Oscar the Grouch.
Juan had been doing them for the past 2 months, but he had definitely been doing something prior to them 2 months. Juan was like, I ain't been doing nothing.
I'm gonna cuss one of them women out, Robyn.
Right, I'm gonna cuss these but cuss yourself.
All right. So after that scene, we get 2 scenes at the same time. Candace and Chris are having a conversation. They are talking about the video release, which is the finale, which is next week, of her video for Insecure. And they talk about the drama in Mexico. They talk about what happened in Mexico, things that went down. And of course, Candace shares about the whole Juan cheating with the girl in Georgetown thing. And, of course, Chris, who's also been accused of cheating and doing things, he's like, oh, another husband, blah blah blah. So they're not really here for that. And then Robyn and Wendy are together, and I'm gonna say, I like that little scene. Was a little refreshing to me. I wish a little
Karen
more
and Wendy.
Yeah, I thought it was a cooler scene to see them two together. And I wish they would have like really. I could see them like really get into some shade. You remember that scene that we got in Atlanta when it was Nene, Phaedra, and what's her name? Kim Bills.
Yeah.
I wish it would have been like that. I mean, it can never be like that, but I wish they would have like kind of went in, especially after finding out that they weren't invited. It should have became a whole shade fest.
Yeah.
But it didn't. So, but anyway, it could have went there. So they're sitting together, and basically, what's her name? Karen still feels a way about Juan squeezing her to her damn titties about to pop out. She still feels strong about that. And in the photo, Wendy said she didn't see the photo. She basically was like, "Girl, can you pass me the rice? Because since I ain't gonna show me the photo, pass me the rice." She never saw the photo, and Karen even denies that it was her in the photo. She was like, it was somebody that probably was attractive, but it wasn't her. Ashley calls and she talks about the Bachelorette party event or whatever, and the text lets them know that the text thread noticeably did not have Wendy or Karen on it. Wendy doesn't understand the issue, but earlier we saw Robyn say that she doesn't know if her friendship with Wendy is genuine based off the laughing. personally, I mean, I get it, but everybody was laughing, and like you said, Antonio, I think she was laughing because this shit was funny. I mean, it was funny to us watching it. Imagine being there, hearing her say, "Squeeze until my titties came on my back." Like that's some stupid shit. So that's probably what she was laughing at. And Wendy is very dramatic. She's like a little watered down version of Gertie, and where she's very dramatic in her reaction. So whatever. Any thoughts on these two scenes?
Candace's hair looked great when she was there with Chris. I was like, I wonder how early it was because they was eating like breakfast, but I'm like, you got up and got done for filming. Okay. With Karen and Wendy, I agree with you. I wish they had kind of, once they realized that they weren't invited, they should have went ahead and just let it all out. But it seemed like Wendy didn't even think that it could possibly be about the laughing or whatever from the storytelling. So she's just like, I thought we was good, but clearly not, because she feels like Gizelle has kind of influenced Robyn, in which that could be true as well.
No, I just think that's just Robyn's whack ass personality. Because how old are we talking about some? Oh, you bitch, you can't come because you laughing too hard. Okay, you laugh way too hard, bitch. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all about 30, 40, 50 years old. It was funny, bitch. We can laugh. I was cackling. My stomach was hurting. Now I know that bitch sitting there. Shut damn stomach hurt.
But you know what? Let me say this. I will say in urban culture, you always get the one that laugh. You know, that's just me. Like if I'm talking to you about something or whatever, and we throwing shade and Antonio laugh, I'm be like, bitch, what you laughing at? I get it, but in this case, I don't feel like, I mean, they were just laughing, I don't think it was enough to disinvite her to the thing, especially after they had just kind of had their conversation. It was a little mean. It was very mean girlish, as she just said last week, as they are. So yeah.
I mean, I've always been the person that laughs because you can't go keep me from laughing. I'm gonna take my laughs, and you can't be mad about it because I'm sure I don't get mad at people laughing at me, but everybody's not like that. But I'm gonna laugh. I don't care. I'm just throwing it out there. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it was just like childish and honestly, the way that conversation went with her, Wendy, she should have pulled her aside and said she wasn't feeling that laugh in the moment. Don't wait to something like that, because then now you're starting something else.
True. Tonya? Anything else on this part? Okay. I see everybody coming in talking about that, Robyn did admit about the one cheating. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but yes, we thought it was very, we like I said, Karen is vindicated. I said last week, you can go back and watch it. I did believe Karen, and it looks like Karen was right. And
I hope TKC has watched it. If he's in
I ain't seen TKC in a while. I don't know if he's scared because we're gonna go in on Robyn. What if you have seen TKC? Tell him we miss him. Okay.
For the most part.
But yeah, so we talked about that earlier, and we'll probably bring it up again later. But shout out to CJ. I saw this comment. He said the lean always has the real tea. You said that the ladies will wear blue for the reunion, and you are absolutely right as always. Bing. Thank you. I don't listen. I ain't trying to be a news reporter, but if I tell you it's real, I ain't gonna tell you if it ain't real. So thank you for believing in us and what we try to put out. So there's a scene with Mia and Gizelle, and in this scene, this is Gizelle trying to get to the bottom of the whole Mia and Wendy thing. And what I hate about this scene is Mia, because Mia's a goddamn liar. Okay, you know what I notice about her. It doesn't matter what it is. She's always going to intensify something for the purpose of the camera and for the purpose of let me see, like I guess as if it's like a mystery. Like she plays into what is being said and what's being accused always. In this moment, it was no different. Of course, since they were alluding to her and Wendy doing something, she made it as if she confirmed that it was, but she also turned it all on as if it was all on Wendy, as if Wendy not only was so interested in her and to the point to where Mia had to call it off, but she touched her box and it was pretty and all these things like that. And I'm just like, well, honestly, I mean, if you got it rejuvenated, like you said last season, maybe it is pretty, maybe it's not. We don't know. That's not for me to determine. But I highly doubt that Wendy was just coming onto her and in the way that she just portrayed to Gizelle. I mean, I feel like it may have been a mutual thing, or if not, definitely the other way around. Because I'm not saying Wendy is not like that at all, but this is not what I see.
All right.
You know, even in the conversation they had last week when they made up, the person that kind of initiated that type of conversation was more so Mia, even in that one-on-one scene. So they talk about that, and she kind of talks about Jacqueline calling and show a scene of Jacqueline calling, and she's like, "Girl, what? Like, what do you want?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So she's really, really done with Jacqueline. Honestly, what I get at this moment is that she's trying to stop them from airing this girl on TV. She's trying to, you know how like when you don't film with somebody, you don't give them the time of day. You kind of cutting their camera time, and I think that's why. I think in this moment she's like, okay, I'm done with her. She's not going to get on camera, which probably explains why she tried to get her canceled for the whole domestic violence thing, early in the season. So, give me your thoughts on this scene, Antonio.
I think this scene, it was a bit of a turn off and borderline disgusting. And the reason why I said it is because we knew that Gizelle, and she admitted that she told somebody that they had sex, even though Ashley never said that. And then, like you said, Mia just kind of went along with it and like said, "Oh yeah, Wendy lifted up her dress and spread her legs, and Wendy touched her vagina or whatever." I just don't. I'm not saying that it did not happen, and I think there was probably been a little bit of flirting or something like that going on. I don't think it went to that extent where Wendy, went down and rubbed her vagina, because I feel like Ashley is messy as hell. She has no loyalty to Mia, and she don't have any to Wendy. If there was touching and all that going on, Ashley would have told that.
She would have said,
"Yeah, she would have legit told it." So I just felt like that to me was just like, okay, Gizelle, you giving me that you will say or do whatever to kind of have a storyline, which, to me, what you done show me on this episode completely knocks anything out of the box that you could ever try to say about Chris Bassett, because I didn't believe you already, but I definitely do not believe you now. And Mia is just a go along to get along. I like the advice that Candace gave her on Watch What Happens Live last night. It's kind of like, girl, you enough. Like, she could really be good, but she is such a liar, and it's like she needs to be validated by people like Gizelle and Robyn in order to feel good about herself. But she could actually be a really, really good housewife, a force to be reckoned with. But she dumb as hell, and she don't really. It's like she don't have a brain of her own to really know how to maneuver what's in front of her.
Yeah, I agree. Jack?
Yeah. I was gonna say today that Mia is funny. I saw that today. I feel like she carried the episode with her humor, but I do hate that she does have to feel like she has to be disingenuous to get forward, go further on this show. Even if everything that Mia said was true, why can't you just, where's the, like y'all was on a Bachelorette trip, I mean not Bachelorette trip, but y'all was like out of town, y'all was just having fun, y'all was drinking. Why can't you just have fun without going back and seeing stuff like to insinuate other shit? I just feel like Mia just needs to really either take a pause or really reevaluate who she is before she moves forward. But I do think she's funny, and she's had some really good like confessional moments that really be tickling me. But at the end of the day, like the way she's declassing the show in real life. To be honest, she just needs some guidance. But I don't know who's gonna take the time out because she thinks she knows everything. So
okay, you know what? It reminds me of the whole Bolo thing. How, honestly, Kenya was just so invested in what the hell happened and what was going on. That's what it reminds me of. Same with Gizelle. Like, I get it. They were having fun. But like somebody said in the comments, I can't find it. Oh, Ashley said everything except that she was kissing the girls too. But, Ashley also, she going to leave out her tea. But I will say she has no shame in saying that she frolics with girls and women.
And actually, that came from Mia on the bus, so I still don't necessarily believe that. But
yeah, right. I agree. Okay, so we're gonna actually let's get to the actual bus. So it's the Bachelorette day. Did y'all see Mia's cousin, Kelly?
Very
that's
pretty.
actually who I was hanging out with the entire time at the finale. So,
Okay.
And she's like really fun. I did recognize that they recognized her, and because obviously it was like a couple of days or even a week after this Bachelorette when the finale was. But shout out to Kelly, really sweet person. And they get on the bus. Ashley and Mia have on the same outfit. Like we just said, Mia actually is quite hilarious. Mia said that she was a garter snake and she was an anaconda, and I was, and it showed that picture, that side by side, and I was like, baby, they look like a kid. They're like a mama and a child in the same outfit because that's all.
Ashley's was sagging on the front.
Ashley
Ashley didn't even have like no camel toe or nothing like that. Hers was sagging on the front.
You know the old section in Macy's or Goldsmith, was it Junior Misses? Man. That's Ashley's section. But yeah, they get on the bus and Charisse all there, child. So did y'all like Charisse bachelorette party outfit?
You know what? I was glad to see that she got a new wig. I liked it. I think it was black. It seemed like a professional person put it on for her. So I did like that part. It looks like she got a makeup professionally done too, because her lashes wasn't looking like they was about to fall off or anything. She, got out her Range Rover. She scooted on over to the bus like a good walrus.
She slid baby to that bus, and she said, "I just don't understand why I didn't plan the bachelorette party."
Oh my God!
I was like, y'all feel about when she said that. I'm like, girl, you are a friend of the show, baby. Okay, if girl, clearly it speaks to you and Robyn's relationship because Mia, somebody who don't even hang with Robyn outside this show, has now stamped her name on this lady's bachelorette, something that she has to remember forever, if there is a forever with them. And you over here mad with your. So I just thought that was funny, but I mean, did y'all feel a way when she said she felt the way about it? I was like, girl, you always complaining about something.
I was like, Charisse, shut the fuck up. Sit down and eat your food.
Maybe if she would take the time and stop talking about Karen at these damn sit downs and just remove herself from that, maybe she could have said, "Oh my God, Robyn, let's have a bachelorette party." But she always talking about Karen or allowing people to speak about Karen. That's your problem, Charisse. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Agreed.
But I do. Brittany says I think Charisse would have thrown a better party though. You know what? She might have. I don't know.
I thought that party. I ain't gonna lie. Mia she had lost some points with me for lying like she did this episode, but she kind of gained a couple because it seemed like that party was fun. You can tell when Mia is out with her friends and they go out of town or whatever. You know they having a good ass time.
I'm telling you, at that finale, she was a blast. Like I wish that she, a lot of things hadn't happened this season because I would be standing her. She was so fun in person, but yeah, a fun time and a good person. I mean, yeah, they don't always got to be
always right.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, but she is funny. She cracks me up.
Oh yeah,
and it was a good ratchet. Well, yeah, but that was a good ratchet time. The surf, the lobster, the wings. That was a good old little ratchet time, and I was living for it. And I would have done it too. I would have ate me a lobster, cracked it open.
Already cracked open, Jay. All you gotta do is eat.
Well, you see, Charisse was so damn hungry, she was eating everybody motherfucking lobster.
She was like picking up people's lobster. I said, God damn, big risk.
But you know what though, Jasmine? Them women was drunk when they got off the bus at the
they was drunk.
Mia had got them already drunk.
I mean, that's good. Like I will say, like it looked like it was a good time. Jasmine said just not in Miami. I agree. I
agree, Jasmine.
But I think considering what this was for, like a bachelorette party, is that the intention is always to be like this. You know what I'm saying? Miami was a gamble, and then she had the issues and stuff like that. So we're breaking her nails, fighting herself, beating herself up. So I mean, the lady went through a lot in Miami. She whooped her own ass.
Was there like like gotta wear lavender or something like that? Or I was wondering that. I was like, is that like a color theme? Because their cat suits had kind of like purple or whatever in it, and then three of them had on like lavender dresses type situation.
Kenneth had on black, so I don't know.
and Candace looked like she was about the only one that was going to outside of Mia and Ashley that was going to a bachelorette. Robyn showed up in her motherfucking mother of the bride dress for a wedding.
Yeah.
That was one of her leftover looks from the reunion, season 3.
She looks like she was going to a bar mitzvah. But
not a bar mitzvah.
Not a bar mitzvah.
I'm dead. Okay, so I was gonna ask y'all how y'all felt about her look, but I guess we just got the answer. Charisse gives a toast and says, if you have an issue with Robyn, something is wrong with you. And I said, no, something is wrong with you. Because Robyn gives you plenty of reasons to have an issue with her. To be honest.
Right.
You ain't innocent. Let's be very goddamn clear. But I guess that was her way of trying to, have a moment because she clearly couldn't play in the event. She's mad about that. Mm-hmm. All right, so they get to the strip club. There is steak and lobster. As Mia said last season, there are strip clubs. I ain't never seen a strip club with steak and lobster. The strip clubs I've been to, they only got wings and fries. So you know what? I learned something new. And so the strippers are there. Robyn up there with her dildo, like, oh, my man. She loving it. She up there on them strippers, and everybody having a good time. Ashley getting hot and bothered. And they all having a good time. So they sit down and they ask Ashley about Michael and the divorce. And she just kind of responds and saying she don't really know what they're doing, but it sounds like she's kind of holding on to a little hope from the extent of like not really talking to anybody, not really dating anybody. Because she says that Michael is not dating anybody, so she, stopped dating somebody. And so Kendall was like, well, bitch, let me tell you this. He was in my man's restaurant with another bitch. And she's like, really?
Yeah,
like, she's about to break down. It's like, okay. So at that moment, she's upset that he will be lying to her. And, I guess because he's told her he's not talking to anybody. And, they kind of have a moment. Do you have any thoughts on this whole little... I thought it was oddly placed that they even brought that back up. But I guess they got to talk about something. But, Antonio?
It was odd that Charisse and her gums had brought that up. It was like, so what's going on with you and Michael? Y'all know how she do her mouth. That lady make me so sick. I hope she don't come back next season. But I'm glad that Candace was like, girl, why you worried about me? This is what your man was doing. And Candace said it adds insult to injury. The girl wasn't even cute. She was ugly. So it's like, you out here still getting cheated on with somebody ugly. So yeah, that's it. And Ashley, it does seem like Ashley kind of wants that situation to maybe work, but I guess maybe she still want him because she didn't want to sleep with girls no more, or whoever it is that they was having these threesomes and stuff with. So I'm wondering if that, that was the main reason why she decided to go ahead and file for divorce, because Michael didn't want to stop. But it seems like she does still want to be with that, with that man.
Yeah. Well, you know what was pissing me off?
What's up?
Was Ashley's baby hair.
I took a picture of it earlier and I was gonna send it and I decided not to. That hair was so grown. That hair could purchase liquor.
I was getting so irritated just looking at it. I was like, why did she do that? Anyway, but moving past that, I think that it was just, I was glad that, I was actually glad that Charisse brought it up because she's always in everybody else's business, bitch, why can't we hear about yours? So, yeah, we want to know. And I was glad that Candace said it in a way, like, okay, well, he was there. And I'm glad she
said he was there with another bitch. It was real, like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get you back too.
Yeah.
Right. So,
but Ashley, I didn't know how Ashley was gonna respond, but she was just like,
I didn't either. I thought she was gonna try to pop back. But...
Me too, but she was just like,
it caught her off guard. So
maybe she was shaking it, and she just, her little snake skin started to.
Her little edges
started to move, and she just didn't know what to do. She was like, Michael, like, girl, yes, Michael, damn go. I'm hollering because I'm glad everybody agreed. Robyn, listen, it's nothing wrong with like a strippers, but Robyn,
when she walked up and grabbed that lady,
baby, Robyn voice got deep. Rob was like, yeah.
Robyn was like, my bitches, my bitches, my bitches.
I'm so sick of Gizelle ass. I got some real bitches.
I'm so mad at Mia and them. They didn't invite me to the damn foursome.
I mean,
I'm disgusted now.
No, she did walk up pretty aggressive.
Y'all know Robyn is a top for real. She's a top.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear.
She is definitely.
Top. She is
I'm like Candace. I can't commit to something. I can't commit to that. I can't commit.
Oh yeah, they did talk about that. Candace straight up and said, "Listen, I just can't commit to licking."
I can't commit to nothing.
But you know what was? I'm glad y'all had brought that up because they were still on the bus. And Charisse telling the story like, "Oh, y'all was kissing and Wendy, leaned over and Wendy rubbed your vagina." I was like, "So who done spread this lie to Charisse big ass that she felt like she can say it?" Because it was nobody there but Ashley, Mia, Candace, and Wendy, and even Mia was like, "Yeah, that was a quadruple kiss," and Ashley was like, "Yeah, I don't remember that." So that's why I just feel like that all of that was a lie.
Waiting to say, "Yeah, that happened." I mean, like, it's so annoying. See, whatever. So
that was funny though.
To move more into Charisse and how this episode ends, they asked Charisse about Karen. I will say, Charisse was drunk as a skunk, baby. You can tell it in her voice. They always drunk. And they should be, but you can tell she was just like, I don't. They say, "How you feel about Karen?" I don't think about her. Line number one. But she goes on this whole rant as she don't think about her on how she's fake, she lies, and she can air all of her shit out. And basically, that I guess Karen is known for fucking and sucking dick in the bathroom.
Yes, Karen.
And I was like, you know what, Karen, girl, ain't no wrong with it. I did a couple things in the bathroom too. So I'm just saying, Karen, I guess, listen, we see each other. But Charisse is using it as obviously as an insult to her marriage, and just basically saying like she's just kind of a trash lady, trash woman. At this point, they dogging Karen. They saying that, Karen has had a license taken. She get driven around. And at this point, all the girls started chiming in and say that this is not news to them, that they have, except for Mia, who even lies and says she has, like, girl, you ain't heard shit. Of course she gonna say yeah. Saying that they've heard about these rumors about Karen or whatever. The blue eyes thing comes back up, and they basically say Karen is a damn prostitute. They saying that Ray is a pimp and she is a damn prostitute. He drives her around to see men with blue eyes around to the stadiums, and they down here Karen, and she busting it wide open. They just talking bad about this woman. And what I will say, what I noticed is that nobody really kind of was like, no, kind of stop it, I guess. I don't know. The only person I feel like that would have maybe been Candace, but I think at this moment Candace is, I guess, she just stayed quiet. What were y'all thoughts hearing all this, hearing the women kind of like chime in on Karen about, especially with her not being there, and just what they were talking about? Jazz.
I feel like it was a little bit overboard when we were talking about a married woman. I just feel like I just was like a little bit of a cringe. I thought it was a little cringy. Now, when it comes to like Gizelle saying, "Oh, I've been new. I just didn't say nothing last year," and blah blah blah. Bitch, that woman brought up the fact that you went to the crazy house. That woman called you a broke down hoe from Hampton. If you knew that shit when that bitch said it, you would have said it. And that's it about it when it comes to Gizelle. I think she's just riding Charisse's coattail. Do I think that Charisse knows some things about Karen? Yes, I do think she does. But do I think that sitting around calling that woman who is, an ambassador in Syria, if her hometown has kids herself, we're calling someone and making insinuations of being a prostitute and shit, that's when I felt like it was cringy. And I thought it was tacky, classless. So that was just really my take on it. But hey, if she's doing it, she's a Taurus, she probably is. Who cares? But Charisse ain't getting no dick. Oh, excuse me. So
I feel like if they were out at the club together and if Karen was in the stall fucking or whatever, one of the workers, then Charisse probably had paid one of the other workers to go in the next stall and fuck her, is what I believe. It was crazy to me that they are at a bachelorette party, and that's kind of where they decided to kind of take the conversation, as opposed to turn it up and celebrating, you know, Robyn on her upcoming wedding and all that. It was crazy that they took it there, and Charisse saying, "Oh well, I don't think about Karen. Girl, you just do shade at the Karen on the bus, talking about it. You got Robyn and something wrong with you." But then you say you don't talk about it, but then you immediately start to, you know, go in. And even like with the whole, she got a license taken, so she had to be driven around. I want to know, to me, that sounds like a DUI or DWI or something like that. Where the mugshots at? And who took the license? Like,
really quick, I would say, Antonio, I do think she had, wasn't she like a former alcoholic or something? I do think that's like been assumed in the past. I don't know, but I feel like
so maybe
she had an issue with drinking in the past. I think I've heard that a lot, to where I believe it, because, you know, she don't drink. If she drink, but she like, you know, that she kind of like keep it kind of cute.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's possible. I was thinking like the way she said like she had her license taken, but I'm like, to me that still sounds like a policeman pulled you over, you got a DUI, DWI, whatever, however it goes. Then I want to, you know, where the mugshots at, because I'm sure they would have then posted them damn mugshots of Karen, Karen Huger. It was very odd that they try to run her down while she's not around to defend herself, and then all of a sudden everybody, except for maybe Ashley, Candace, I think she didn't say anything just because she was kind of like, child, what the fuck is going on? Ashley even said she has heard things, but she's never heard things to that extent. I feel like Potomac ain't that big, and if there are people saying that, oh, Karen, she fucked everybody, she fucked everything that moved, that lady been on the show for 7 years, we would have had more receipts than what they shown on Robyn's phone, which was something that somebody initially sent to Gizelle, and Robyn was holding on to it, probably thinking that Karen was going, or knowing that Karen was going to bring up the stuff about Juan cheating, and because the girl had reached out to everybody, so she probably knew it was going to come up, so she was holding on to that. It was always stupid to me. And if Karen is fucking, shit, get you some, Karen. Shit, what's good?
Baby, listen, it must be good. If they got to do it in the bathroom, they can't wait.
Listen, that lady 5'9", she see a bag and dudes in the bathroom at the club wasn't good. Because Charisse said it's been since they kind of been within that group, so they only been around for 7 years. So okay, Karen was in the bathroom getting that wig knocked off.
Yeah, that's why it's quick outside. So yeah.
It must have been season 2, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, because that's when her wig was like always crooked. So that makes sense. It makes sense if that's what. But I don't think she's no prostitute. Now that's where.
No, that's
like, hold on.
I don't think
prostitute.
So damn.
That's a lot.
No, yeah,
that's a whole lot. But like somebody said in the comments, it seems like they do it often. I do agree. They were so comfortable. It just went so long, and they just basically let Charisse go on. It's like they said, This is the last film before the finale. You got to say whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? To stick. And it was just like these type of things. But to be Charisse's age, and and then Karen to be her age, it's like this. What you come up with, this lady who's about to be 60 this year is randomly fucking in the bathroom. Like what? At this point, it's crazy. We went from etiquette and sitting in the right seat to fucking in the damn bathroom in 7 seasons. I don't know if this show gonna make it. I'm scared. I'm scared. By season 10, it's gonna be a bolo. It's gonna be crime. Somebody gonna be doing Gizelle house gonna be fraud. She's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a mess. I just hope that they kind of steer back, because I like housewives and drama and stuff like that. If you watch Real Housewives of Miami, I will say they're doing a good job of giving you surface level and like good shade and reads, but this type of stuff with your prostitutes and stuff like that, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little deep to me, but it shouldn't be that way. Because
it's almost, it make you think like, damn, how can they kind of come back from this? Like Charisse, if she wasn't already fucking with you before, she's definitely not gonna fuck with you going forward.
Yeah. And Charisse never even think about it. When this first came out, years ago, Charisse was very boring. She's always been boring to me, to be honest. But she was like the most snooty person of the group. I felt
He
like
was.
she didn't really even engage with any of that mess. She kind of was just like, I'm like 10 seconds from whipping your ass. And she walked away. Like it was just she didn't really get in, but to go from that to this is like Charisse girl, you working real hard, and baby, you are not gonna be featured next season 8. I'm sorry. I don't know how, but I don't see her being on season 8 at all.
I don't either. I hope not. I mean, because it's like, where else can that little friend storyline? She wasn't needed, but it seemed like she was coming around to kind of fight their battle against Karen or whatever. But it's kind of like, okay, where else can they go now? Nowhere. She already said everything she could say about Karen, so it's like, okay, we'll be good.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Makes sense. And so that is how the episode ends. The finale is next week. It is it is Candace's video premiere for Insecure. And it should be interesting. I'm curious to see what happens. There is a blow up. There was a blow up between. This is the first time that Chris and Gizelle are in the same room. I wish I knew what I know now when I was at the event, because I would have been closely observing them. I will say that they did show the preview, but a couple of conversations and blow ups that I saw was definitely Karen and Charisse. They had a conversation on the side. Wendy and Mia had a conversation on the side, and I remember Chris blowing up. I don't know if it was at Ashley or at Gizelle, but he did get upset, which we saw on the camera. And Karen left the event early, baby. She unmiked and got the fuck up out of there. So it's gonna be interesting to play it out, to see it all play out on TV. Just how, especially knowing what we know now. Did you have any final thoughts on the episode or season finale trailer?
Let's stop with the lies. Like I feel like it's no need for the lies. Like y'all, I feel like they are like a good cohesive bunch of women. It's like no need for those extra lies. Like that to me is just stupid.
Yeah.
It looked like shit had popped off at that video screening. So I am ready to see that, and I'm ready to see Karen ask Charisse, "Why the hell is you even here?" I'm ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready just for everything to kind of come to a close and get to the reunion. So,
you know what? I see 2 comments about why Gizelle was invited. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't know this was going on at the time. Obviously, I knew that there were rumors about this stuff, but how it escalated, Candace really hadn't given Gizelle the time of day. But it is the finale. However, we have seen people be barred from the finale. I mean, they didn't. Monique didn't go to the finale. She didn't film when but that's because I think collectively they all decided that they didn't want to. So I think they kind of had to have Gizelle there for the purpose of the show. So we'll see. It'll play out. I want to see how it play out, and I want to see, did I make it on the camera, because I was working, bitch. I was all around that damn thing. We're gonna see. I just see how it plays out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get our caller on for today before we lean out. Our caller for today is Tawana. What's going on, Tawana?
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
What you got for us?
Okay, so this episode, it was okay. I'm just a little burnt out on all the lies, and it was really frustrating. Like, I'm sick of Ashley running her mouth. I'm sick of how they've treated Wendy, saying that they didn't want to invite Wendy because she was laughing. Everybody at the table was laughing. Candace was laughing harder than Wendy, and they still invited Candace. Mia, I don't like how Mia switches up when Gizelle is around. It's like you were just cool when you were with Wendy, Candace, and Ashley, but when Giselle's around, I wasn't even paying attention to Wendy. How was you not paying attention to Wendy? You was all in her coochie. Like, I don't get it. Like, you were clearly paying attention to her. I think Charisse is very jealous. Like, she has a jealous spirit. She was jealous of Mia throwing that party for Robyn. She's jealous of Karen because Karen is become this big successful woman off of this show, and she feels like it should be her because she's the one that put the group together.
I agree.
Yeah.
And and I don't. It's like you guys are out having fun for a bachelorette party. Why are y'all talking about girls that y'all didn't invite and y'all don't claim to like? Like y'all spent the majority of the party talking about Karen and Wendy. Like if y'all wanted to talk to about them and start some mess with them, y'all should have just invited them to the night out.
I
I
agree.
agree.
But I'm happy that not tomorrow, next week is the season finale. When do you guys think we'll get the trailer for the reunion? I'm really excited about the trailer for the reunion. I'm ready to get to that.
It'll probably be so. It'll if the finale is next week, then it'll probably leak or they'll probably announce it maybe Thursday or Friday.
This Thursday or Friday or Thursday or Friday of next
It's
week.
usually they usually like kind of leak it or air it or whatever right before the finale. It's just the finale's next week because they're gonna play it after the finale, so they're gonna obviously kind of show they usually show us a little stuff because everything that comes out these days like we getting it, so they trying to get ahead of us from leaking it and then leaking it themselves. That's why at the reunion they were like giving us tea and showing us the set because this stuff was gonna be leaked anyway. They're trying to get ahead of the leaks. So I feel
Oh,
like it'll be this week.
I did buy some. Karen had 50% off her website today, so I bought the 3-wick candle and I bought like the roll on for the perfume.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping that smells good. I was mad that the shipping was $16 though. Like, be wild with that shipping.
Yeah, Antonio bought one of Robyn's hats.
How do you like it?
Yeah, I have it on right now.
I'm just
Hmm.
lying. I'm just lying. Child. I
I'm
ain't got no
joking.
damn Robyn.
I was gonna say I
Nobody has
haven't seen none
bought
of
Robyn's hats but Robyn. I'm just.
Oh,
them.
I'm crying.
I know Jazz was supposed to buy those candles, but from Wendy,
I was, but then
I always circle back just to see if you maybe make
I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna let
wanted
you
to
know.
get the candle that Karen showed on the show on Sunday, but that one was like $125 or something.
Karen
And
thinks she's
even with
Joe
the
Malone or
Greg
Baccarat
Barber,
or
ten thousand
somebody.
dollars. What?
Hell no.
yeah,
There
I
better
could
be
get
Greg
10
10
Barber,
Bath
motherfucking
and Body
candles in there
Works.
for $125.
child.
Yeah, and
I'm,
even with
I'm
the
going.
50% off, it would have been expensive. So I just got the 3-wick and a roller ball, and I think altogether it was like 40 something dollars, and then with shipping, it came out to 50 something dollars. I hope it smells good. If it doesn't, I'll just give it to my grandmother.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably where it
Okay.
belongs.
Don't listen. Our grandmothers are already out here getting scammed by Jen Shaw. Don't make her suffer with a bad candle, please. Just,
Oh,
just let's spare our grace. All right, so when I actually have one more caller to get on to because she joined the queue, and then we're gonna get you out of here. Okay, thank you for calling. Okay,
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye.
Tawana.
Good night.
all right, bye, Tawana. All right, last caller is going to be Kyra. What's going on, Kyra? What you got for
Thank
us?
you. Thank you for letting me join late.
I
Um,
saw you pop in. I said, let me get on in here then. What's
I know
going on?
I've been bad about joining. Okay, this episode to me was a little boring. And I
It was.
cannot believe the Mia story because the thing about it is it kept growing as the episode went along.
Yeah.
Because to me, as Antonio said, Ashley, if all that happened, Ashley would have spelt it right then and there. I don't care if Ashley had to be there for 5 minutes; she would have found a way to make that paragraph happen.
Mhm.
So it was interesting to me that even Ashley says that Mia was the one who approached Wendy with that energy. But then when Giselle's taking the story, and when she's taking the story back to me to talk to her, all of a sudden now Wendy's the one who's all up on Mia and was the one touching, and now this is touching and grabbing. When Ashley just said she, kind of was flirting with Wendy and was kind of admiring her body. We went from that to now we're touching. And then Mia didn't say anything about kissing until now we got on this bus. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, you guys were kissing? So to me, it was interesting watching the story grow. And as I usually said, I feel like to me it's a big red flag in reality TV when you have a co-star who people call the Kobe Bryant of the show, saying that she adds sauce and makes stories more fantastical. To me, that's not how that goes. To me, you do make a story interesting, but you don't make falsities in the story.
Yeah.
She told
And
herself.
and to me, I think that will be one of Giselle's pitfalls maybe at the reunion. But I don't believe the story. And also Ashley acting all upset that Gollum was seeing someone. I'm like, girl, she has to be acting. Because I'm like, you have to be a fool to be like, this man was not going out with anyone. Meanwhile, this man was going out with someone when you just had a baby for him. So why were you expecting anything different now that you were supposed to be divorcing? Foolishness.
Yes,
But yeah,
indeed.
it's very lackluster for the second to last episode to me.
How would you rate the season?
The season.
I was
Okay.
asked. How would you rate the season?
Okay, I feel like I have to give it a 7. It made me feel things, but it made me feel things because of lies. And like really detrimental lies. Like the Chris situation, and then the Mia throwing the drink, all the kind of stuff. Now you're trying to make Wendy homophobic. I think there's a point to me where I'm fine with being outraged and all that kind of stuff, and I'm fine with you getting me invested because I'm giving my time to. I want to be invested, but I don't like the fact that I feel like I'm watching women who are supposed to be showing me their lives really playing with others' lives. And I felt we watched Gizelle, Robyn, Mia, Ashley. Like we watched them play around and really not give us anything of theirs. What do we learn this season about Mia? Ashley's going through this fake divorce that no one cared about after episode 4. Robyn, all of a sudden, now this marriage is she's looking at dresses all of a sudden, even though she already told us she's going to be piggybacking off of her brother-in-law's wedding. So what do you really have to plan? And Gizelle, we just found out she had fibroids.
Oh, we did, and they never talked about that again.
Yeah. So to me, I feel like we have half the cast that we literally this season almost learned nothing new about, but yet all this disastrous stuff they kept coming out of their mouths about the other women. So to me, that's like you're not doing your job then if your only job is to make someone else's life miserable. It's supposed to be a reality TV show, and I'm supposed to be invested in who you are.
Do you feel like anybody this season gave you, all around?
We know I like her, but to me, Candace, I feel like I got graduating, going back to her master's. I got the baby thing, and like that's stressing her out, and then having to restart the process. We got a little bit of like work-life balance between her and Chris. We got the whole people. She's growing, but really, I just feel like she's just like I'm not giving you this season because I can't with y'all right now. I think I feel like she's someone who's always giving something new in every season. But thing with Wendy, I feel like Wendy's still getting her feet wet, and I really do think it's because like her first season she came on 8 weeks after having a premature baby, and then the whole Monique situation. So I do feel like that to me, I feel like I've never really seen a wife join in a season when all that was happening, and I feel like it's still making her get her feet wet. But I always do feel like Candace is always giving us something new.
Okay, I agree. I agree, and I think Gizelle probably gave us the least of anybody, which is crazy. But yeah, it ain't crazy. It's how you live.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just boring. It's tired. It's delayed. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you, Kyra. We're gonna get ready to lean out, and thank you for calling in. Okay.
Okay. Have a nice day, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Kyra, and thank you Tawana for calling in today. We will be here next week. It's crazy. Well, shit. Hold on. What's next week? Oh, next week is the Grammys, and we're here Monday. So yeah, we'll be here next week. Because I was like, wait, is that Super Bowl? Because Rihanna. If y'all didn't know, there's somewhere around Rihanna right here. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Like the video, subscribe. I see comments about the whole Robyn Gizelle thing about them confessing to the Juan Dixon rumors. We did talk about that at the beginning of the video, so just kind of, politely take that little scroll bar on back to the beginning, and then you can see what we said about that, so we won't be here all night for that purpose. Like the video, subscribe. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, Jazz. Stay tuned to the page. We have Salt Lake City this week and a Real Housewives of Miami recap for episodes 11 and 12 this week, and Real Housewives of New Jersey begins next Tuesday. So get ready, new shows, new times. Like the video, and we'll see you next time. Okay, yeah, have a good night, and Antonio says peace.